Hi, I'm Mateo Shipa. I'm the founder of RoadHelps app. What is RoadHelps app? RoadHelps app is on-demand roadside service assistance. The reason I create this app is because I've been in the truck industry for almost a decade right now. And the most painful experience that I experienced during this my time as a truck drivers is when we have a breakdown. A breakdown is the worst nightmare for a truck driver. And this doesn't matter if you are an operator, you drive for the company, you're facing the same issue. Nobody wants this as a truck drivers. And for recap, Road Helps app is not only for the truck drivers, it's for both car and trucks. It's a roadside service assistance on demand app that when you download the app, you sign up, you log in, you request a service provider on a matter of minute, if it's not seconds. Currently, the issue we're facing is the truck drivers. I'm just gonna focus on the truck drivers because that's where it came all this pain that made me to create the app. So when I talk about, I'm gonna go on talk about too much truck industry. If you are car service provider, if you are car mechanic or truck mechanic, this video is for you. You want to listen to this. Any driver, when you turn 16, you should download this app because this app is like your Uber. Even if you don't need today because you have a car, someday you're gonna need Uber. You don't know when you're gonna need it. I have Uber on my truck, on my app, on my phone. I'm sorry, excuse me, on my phone. Even though that I have two car, one of the car I don't even drive because I'm on the road at the time, but I'm still need Uber sometime. Do I need to delete the app? I mean, I think you can, but it's a waste of the time because you don't know what you need. Why you keeping it downloaded all the time? I don't want to go out of subject right here. As I said, any driver can download the app, truck driver or no truck driver, anyone who has a car who know that your car gonna break down anytime soon. You should have this app on your phone. And if you are a mechanic, a truck mechanic, or truck who does a tow truck, car tow truck, car mechanic, or roadside assistance, you should download this app because this app it's great for you. Is big boost on your business. This app, what this app provide is a benefit for both, for the driver and the roadside assistance services. But I want to give you a little bit of background of myself. What made me create the app? The reason I created the app. One time I was in Las Vegas. That's one of the experiences that I remember that it was painful for me. That it almost took me, I would say 10 hours, but it's not 10 hours because then it forced me. I ran out of my time. I had to be enforced to go off the duty for next 10 hours. Basically, I spent in Las Vegas, almost close to Las Vegas. Not really in Las Vegas, close to Las Vegas. Like maybe I think I would say like 50 miles out of Las Vegas. I spent there 20 hours because I needed somebody to come fix my tire. A tire, not mechanic-ish, a tire. I call loves, if you know this. Today, as a truck drivers, right now, as I'm speaking today, what's the date is today? October 4th, 2025. Thank God we have the Road Helps app right now. But before this, or right now, the app is new. Of course, it's not going to be available every location. It's not going to help you right now. And the only way to help you, this app to be helpful for you, I recommend you, if you're watching this video, to download the app and share to the people. Let's put it out so people can download the app, so the mechanic can download the app and everybody wins. Go back to my history, to my Las Vegas incident. I spent almost 20 hours because of that tires. And I was like, this is unbelievable. I call Loves, as you know, I was about to say that. I call Loves, hey, I need service. I need somebody to come help me to fix my tire. They told me to call them back in 2 hours. No, they didn't give me no information. They told me they don't have no one right now. Call back in 2 hours. We might know what time hours technician can get out on the road so we can give you some ATM. Right now we don't have nothing. Call us back in 2 hours. I literally said this is unbelievable. Because I know at that time I'm gonna miss my appointment. Of course I missed my appointment. As a truck driver, you know all this time we don't have time to sit around the road. We do not. Except at the time that we go to sleep. Maybe you guys don't know this. If you're not a driver, you don't understand this. Because even my wife, she think like when we're on the road, we are just here in the casinos, whatever, hanging out. Literally my family, they think like there's a woman is everywhere, that when you're on the road, they just pull up and most likely what they try to say is like the drivers, they're not trustworthy because they are having too much ladies everywhere. And I've been telling her that's not true. We do not have time for none of that. And if you think like that too right now, I'm just break you right now down this. If your man told you that already, that we do not have time for that as a truck driver, is the truth. Especially myself. I never been in those situations. And I never had enough time to go hang out with nothing because we on a clock. If we're not driving, we're waiting to get a load. If we're not getting a load, we are sleeping. If we're not sleeping, we're driving. That's it. Because the people who give us load, they time us. So they know the regulation of the federal regulation about the hour of service. They time us. They know already if I give you a load right now, I'm gonna give you 10 hours to go to sleep, and you're gonna deliver this time. If it's 2 days load, I give you 20 hours to sleep. By this time, you should deliver the load. So that's how they give us the load. And guess what? Most time they told us, if you get late, we're gonna charge you. So we do not have it. Our time. It's pre planned by the people who give us the load, and in this case, the brokers. Why I'm giving you all this information so you can understand why I appreciate the app like RoadHelps app. We don't have time to waste. That's the whole point. 2 hours, you're going to tell me you're going to help me in 2 hours, and you're not even come to help me in 2 hours. You're going to let me know in 2 hours if you have somebody who can help me. Come on. Now you're going to say like, and what's the difference from this app? So the difference from this app, currently our focus, when you get breakdown, most of people or the big company or the owner operator, the most accessible services, roadside service we have right now is Love Truck Stop and TA. Now, I think now FlyJ, they implement the shops now too, but those two are the most that we can. TA and TA most of the time. Yeah, those are the most truck roadside assistance we have currently. But the wait time for those people, Loves, maybe you might get somebody to you depending on the distance. You might, if you are lucky, you might get like in 2 to 3 hours. You might get you might get somebody to you. TA, forget it. 2 to, I don't know, could be in time. Like there's no timing for TA. And you're gonna be like, okay, so why you couldn't just drive to the shop? If you go to the shop, is it get even worse because the shop, where if you go to the shop, they want to send them all technician they have out on the road. No, but sometimes they leave one technician at the shop. The waiting time is, I'm gonna exaggerate this, like TA most of the time. TA, literally, most of the time, the wait time is 5 hours to whatever time is. Okay? Loves could be maybe 3 to 4 hours. That's depending on who you find there. But you're going to say, like, okay, then there's something. No, we don't have 2 hours to spend. Even though that we don't have a choice right now, we have to do that. But we do not have this time free to do that. If we spend 2 hours, even though that we have a breakdown, there's going to be a consequence for that. We're losing money as a driver. Doesn't matter if you're on a parade, this is even your worst nightmare. You don't want this at all. Period. I've been there. I check out the box and truck industry. I've been there as an operator, most time on operator, and I'm even a current when I on operator too. I've been there. It's something you don't want to experience ever. You don't want it as a on operator. And if you are a company driver, you still getting those consequence, because if you're not driving, you're not getting pay. You get paid by the miles. If you lose your appointment because you wasted 2 hours or 3 hours to get a service or to fix your tire or whatever issue you have in your truck, doesn't matter. The company not gonna pay you for the time you wait for that. Most of the company they want it. There might be the only company maybe who can pay you that is if you drive local. But if you're OTR, with over the road drivers, most of the time, or even regional, they're not gonna pay you for breakdown. They won't. So we don't have that time. Even if that company you have, they pay you. Let's say if they give you, they're gonna pay maybe $100. Something that's not worth it, because they're gonna say it's layover 100 or 80, whatever. It's not worth it. It's better if you keep going than get that layoff, because it's not worth it for us. So as I said, like, the reason that I created the app is to cut that time down. It's fast we can, and with this app we gonna do that. The app does that. How the app does that is because, and instead of you waiting for TA or Love Truck Stop to come assist you, now you can, let's say for example, where I was in Las Vegas, I was like out 50 miles out from Las Vegas. If you're in Las Vegas on I-15, go to up east, go to Utah. You pass Las Vegas, I pass Las Vegas. You pass that Love Truck Stop that I'm talking about. That's on what? On if you go up to Utah, if you go north, it's on your left. I passed that new 91 gas station. It's just I was 50 miles out. With this app, with 50 miles out, the app, it has a setting that you can set up. You can request up to 500 miles out or from where you at. 500 miles. Which means in this case, and instead of me just rely to that TA, that's why what's close to me, I could send out a request. This driver, the service, the roadside service, they could come out from anywhere from, this case could be St. George, which is Utah already, is the big city close right there, even Las Vegas. And instead of me just depending on one or two, I didn't even call TA because I know TA they're gonna take forever, because there's a TA and actually in Vegas. So, and instead of me calling, just rely to those two roadside assistance provider. With this app now, you're gonna get everybody in Las Vegas area. You are 50 miles out. You send out the request. You're gonna send to everyone who sign up as a roadside assistant in Las Vegas. You're gonna get the service in a matter of a minute, or if it's not seconds. All right, somebody gonna accept your request. And instead of you, so let's play the devil advocate. That's why they say it. Excuse me for my language though. English is my fourth language, okay? Excuse me for that. Let's say, what do we do today? And on top of it, having a TA, you need to call TA. We got TA or truck Love Stop, Love Truck Stop. You need to call them. And instead of you wasting this time to talk to these people, and now, especially right now, Loves, they are this service that now you got to call somebody from outside the country, the operator. You're not even talking directly to the location that you try to get service from. Before, it used to be like this. You call directly to the shop. But now, they send you to the operator. You're going to explain whatever you need to explain to this operator, and they're going to get you to the shop that's new to you. Bro, you waste a lot of time already. If that's not the case, you say like, I don't do Loves because they're expensive, because they are very expensive and it's slow. On top of it, on top of it, they taking forever to come assist you. They were very slow and expensive, and they don't do much. They literally just change tires. If you have maybe a little bit TA, if you have a mechanic issue, most of the time they're gonna send you out. They're gonna be like, hey, we cannot touch you. You're gonna need a tow truck. After they come check your truck, now you pay them for coming to see you, and you're gonna pay a tow truck. Can you imagine if you are an operator? That's a nightmare. You don't want that. As I said, that's the pain that I feel. That's what make me create this app. It's too much to deal with. Okay? So with this app, not just you sending a request faster, you get a cheap service. Ask me why. The reason you're gonna get a cheap service, you're not just fighting with loves anymore. You're not fighting with TA anymore. The service provider, they're gonna fight to accept your request. And as I said, this app is like Uber that you just request somebody to come help you. I never seen something like this. It's just got to be somebody who lived the driver life as a truck driver to understand and to create something like this, and how important app like this for us who live almost on the road. Never mind me. If you hear some bump, it's my daughter is playing upstairs. I'm here downstairs. But anyway, as I was saying, you get cheaper and faster. It's cheaper because the requests go out to every nearby roadside assistance. And before even you send the request, you have opportunity to add, to negotiate your price, how much you need to pay. You think, you believe. Why I put this way, you be like, okay, you should just do like Uber. That's forcing people to pay whatever you request. No, I said no. As I said, I created an app. This is not just a business app. This is a real tool for people on a real life to deal with it. This is beyond just a business. For me, this is it. It's everything. I cannot force people to pay because I've been there. I wish as an operator I had this opportunity sometime to negotiate with somebody before even they get to me. Now you're going to tell me, no, that's going to take too much long time. No, it does not. You type what you need. You put the title. It's a tire. What type of the tire you can add all the details on an app before you send out the request, and you send out with your offer. But of course, if there's a lot of reason why I create the offer that the user, actually the driver, in this case the drivers creates the offer, and the user, the roadside assistants, they have an option to not take it. Nobody it's forced to take anything that they don't agree with. And of course, if you're a driver, you put something that's not fair, it's too low, nobody's gonna accept it. And most likely you're gonna have to increase until it gets to the point that everybody else agree on it. But that's not great. Then just have lovers coming out and be like, hey, $2 per miles, or $2.50 per miles, doesn't matter. Whatever, we got here, we cannot get it, but we used to get the bill. That's not better for you as a truck drivers. That's great. Now as a surprise, it's like, no, I'm gonna lose money. No, you don't lose money as a roadside assistant. You do not lose money. You just make more money than you did before. This is great opportunity. This is something you wish you had years. The app, it's the biggest opportunity you having. Imagine on an Uber, they use what used to be needed at that case, at that time, of a taxi. You need to call the taxi. You'd be like, it used to be the same. No, it's not the same, bro. It's not the same. The pain of it going through currently, how you get your job as a roadside assistant, how you get your customer. If nobody knows you, if you don't have your own customer, how you get it? By somebody like me who go through to the pain of a scroll through to the Google to find whoever on the top of the list to call them. And sometimes it takes us now one call if you decide to not go with Loves, because it's not all the owner operator they're going to afford Loves and TA, because they are very expensive. Sometimes they do because they don't have no option, but this app not going to give you that option that you were waiting for. And instead of you staying on a web, scroll down like minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour to find somebody, because not everybody on top of the list they're gonna be available for you. With the app, is gonna send out to everybody who's available, because an app, the service, the roadside service assistance, if they're not, if they are busy, the app, they can turn off the app. So everybody who's gonna be there, they are ready for you. And the matter of fact, they can take it any price. I give this in the last video. I said, if I'm a software provider, maybe I just need to close my day. I just need 200. I don't know, but changing a tire, that could be more than that. No, but that's all I need. I don't have to obey about the rules. That's what I need. If somebody requests a service, send out a request, that's 200, and I can choose to take or not. And if I need that 200 to do my day or to close my day, I'm gonna do it. And if I'm the only one in the location, I'm gonna I'm gonna let that dude like increase that payment, which he would increase that payment regardless. The app is just helping the driver. It's helping the driver, and it's helping the roadside assistance, because now you guys don't need to find somebody who do this service of the business to list your business on Google, so you don't need to pay nobody, people to rate you, to give you some fake review so you can be high right on the top on your local business. You don't need that anymore. You don't even need to list your business anymore. You don't need to pay nobody. You don't need to pay Google. You don't need to post those message on post, making those crazy posts that you need to do on Facebook. You don't need that anymore. The app, it's cutting all of that. You sign up, you wait. You like a Uber driver, you just wait for requests. That's it. And the requests, they're gonna come in. I encourage you to download now the app. Here's the app. What is this place? Yeah, here's the app. You see that logo right there? Is the app. You don't. None of it doesn't stuff anymore. Here's the. You just type on your. The app is live now. If I haven't said that before, is live on Google Play and App Store, and also you can type RoadHelps.com. You can use it on your computer. The app, you can just log in through the web. You don't need to download the app if you don't need to. You can use it on your computer. So what happened with me on that day? I never finished that story, but I'm gonna probably people skip that part already. I have just so much energy. I'm so excited, dude, for this app. I'm so excited for you truck driver who've been through to the pain that I've been through, that I can't even tell you the full story of what happened to me. This is one of the full story. Let me not waste your time. I'm gonna do this, okay? Just to not say like I'm full of BS. I'm gonna show you this, okay? These two video. Let me just change. Okay, you see this, the full screen. Let me just change these. I want to see myself too. Right there. These two video here, I literally has, because I've been working on this app for almost like 6 months right now. When I record this video, I was working on this app already, because as I said, and literally as I'm working on the app, I'm experiencing the issue that I wanted to solve in real time as I'm working on the app. This is how crazy this, how bad we need this. I'm gonna open this video. This video is me. I open another screen. Hold on. See, I'm gonna tell you where I was with this when I record this video. I'm gonna maybe minimize a little bit so you guys can see the full video. Oh yeah, right there. You can see. I think you can see the video. So I don't want you guys to tell me here I put a t-shirt on. I'm not a truck driver at all, and I don't know nothing. I don't know why. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just want to sell you the app. I'm gonna give you a little bit of context of this app. What happened this day? This is I'm in a way station. I got stopped in a way station on my way up to Washington. This was in Idaho. If you're a truck driver, you know this is the new way station they build. If you come from Utah, back the day, as a truck driver, then we have just all this energy trying to tell you the story. I know the truck driver, they're gonna love what I'm saying here, but I think if you're not a truck driver, you're gonna hate my sorry, excuse my language. You're gonna hate me. But if you're a truck driver, you want to see this, okay? You are interested in it. And I hope the truck driver they really watch this video because I did this for you though. I cry, I waste my time, waste a lot of money to build this app, but I said it worth it because actually as I was driving, I there was a million time it was really hard to create this app. There was a million time that I tried to give up already. I got rejected by Apple Store almost like more than 15 times. I didn't give up because actually, as I was living it, as I'm doing the app, I'm living the experience that this app is very necessary. I actually record this video. Let me see if I can find the date so you guys can see. Probably this can show me the date. Let me see information. Come on, right there. Oh, you cannot see. I'm gonna show right here. Let me see. Maybe it's right there. It says July 7th, 2025 at 1:40 p.m. that I got stopped right there on a new way station right there before you get to Loves on Idaho if you're coming to Utah or if you're coming from the top. But anyway, so I got stopped right here. What was my issue right here? The reason they stopped me here, literally, nothing more but because the lady stopped me on a way station, and I was light actually. The lady stopped me on a way station. This way station, she just stopped me to check my tire. She went around in my truck, pump the way they do. I'm on top of the scale, pump the truck, and she was just like, one of your tires is low. Go park. And I was like, what do you mean? Actually, no, she didn't tell me like go park. They just gave me the signal to go park, and I could not believe it. I was just like, it's impossible. I mean, literally I was off for the weekend. I was just like, this is impossible. That my tire is low. My tire pressure was low. But anyway, it was low. She was right. Sometimes I just think like, is these people do something to my tire or what? Because sometimes I just don't get it. How this is happen? Oh, they have maybe they're on I don't know, electronic device. They check those tire. But anyway, to make this, so I'm gonna play the video. So they stopped me here, and all I need in this case is to add air on my trailer on my tire. But guess what? They're paying to do that. Something very, very easy. But at least this lady, I'm not gonna. At least she told me they had some numbers inside the truck stop that I could call. But now, think about it. When you could just go to the app and press, just think about it. How great this app it is. How it's gonna solve our pain that we deal with it. Okay, I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna put it. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop right here. I just have this new setup. If you cannot see the video, what I'm saying here, I'm actually explaining why I'm where I stop right here. I'm gonna play again. As I said, as I'm recording this video, I'm not sure if this audio is gonna be recorded too. But if it doesn't, what I'm explaining here is like there's just no way to call somebody to come fix it, to come add air here. But I'm gonna keep it playing, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna explain you what happened here. What I was saying here, I was even record this video. Maybe I'm gonna post this video at some point. I was working on this video saying that there's just no way, which I was talking about the app. There's no way to call someone to come help me with this. A quick fix. No way. The lady told me like I had to go inside. Not India. I had to go inside the way station. At least these people they had could allow me to go inside the way station. Uh, inside the way station to they said they have some phone numbers. That was great at least. But they said just imagine the pain. But what happened here? Somebody on my side was parked too. That guy was parked because his insurance got expired. Jesus Christ, those are people upstairs. The insurance got expired, and that guy I went to ask around at the truck stop truck driver who was parked right there to see if they have a hose to connect to fill up. Probably right now you're gonna be like, if you've been on the road for these years, why you didn't have it? I cannot even tell you. I had one in one point. I don't know. When I left the one truck, I think I left it there. And you know already, when you drive for these people, you get all this stuff. And time to go home, you don't get to get everything because you got to drop off the truck at the park sometime. And it's depend where you are. And most at that time, I was driving for these companies. You guys know already in Chicago anyway. I could not bring one of those stuff. I had one. But anyway, to make it the story short, I could not get nobody. If it wasn't for this guy who was on my side that I had to ask to help me with this, I would spend here hours and on top of money. Of course, I'm gonna have to pay because of whatever it is. But I would spend hours to go inside the Beckford calling people who's willing. Because can you imagine right now? It's just to get it just to fill up the tire. Who gonna come? The price is now. I'm gonna have to go through to the call, calling a lot of people who's willing, who can help me with this. Why doing all this job when you could just hit the button request? I wish I had this app at that time. That's all I wish. Yeah, that didn't get done. Um, Somebody helped me with the hose, and I had the air that I needed. And the lady there was nice lady. She was not too rude. But sometimes we get a horrible experience like this video that I have here. I'm gonna just play this. You see this? Okay, as I said, just in case if you guys do, you cannot hear the audio of this video. What happened to me right here, as you can see, I'm gonna back up a little bit. You see, I have solar panel inside this trailer. This was it was at the first way station when you on I-5 going up to. I was going to Oregon actually. Oregon? No, I was going to Seattle. No, to Washington State. So I was coming from California. I'm carrying this panel. This is solar panel, heavy as hell. So the guy who loaded the trailer, what they did, they put some. Uh, they had a gap against the one of on the top on the front of the trailer. They had a gap, the size of the pallet. They have that gap because those are pallet that were big. I think I had 7 of those. They had a gap on the front. So what happened is I was going up the hill right there. It's already if you're a truck driver on I-5 go up there to north. I was driving on I-5. I went to way station in California. Was fine. I literally went to the way station. I was just fine. I got there to this one. My load shifted. All the pallet they shifted forward. When they put me in, I was just like, I could not believe it. But when I went, I was so confident driving on top of that scale. And next thing I know, they stopped me. And I see the numbers, they are out of it. Like it was something 46, something like that. Not 46, 36 or 37 on my drive because the whole load shifted. I'm going inside this, as I said, this pain, the app. I'm thinking about this app. All these things, I'm telling you the experience that I had to go through that's make me to develop the app. As I said, you guys don't mind. That's my door up there. Anyway, as I did this, so I went there. The guy, he told me I was over the way to make me park. I went inside. I took my paperwork, as you know, the routine. I went inside there. And he was just like, yeah, you are over the weight. And I tried to explain to the guy. I went through to the California way station. You can call them. I was just fine. My load shift and this way right here. The guy, he didn't want to hear it. Nothing. He told me to park. He said, fix it before you go. Now the nightmare is start again. I don't have the app. I literally spent, I'm not joking, 4 hours trying to find somebody in that small town to come help me. 4 hours. Nobody. I didn't find nobody. So now you're gonna tell me like, well, maybe if you didn't have the app, if even with the app you cannot have anyone. No, there could be million people who could have this. Even if they're not actually there unload, somebody could be there, But at that point, I didn't even have no one to call. I'm asking this guy in a truck on a way station, hey, you guys live here. This is your job. This way station has been here since I started driving, years and years. You might have. That's not what I said to him, but of course that's like, officer, please, do you have anyone you recommend here locally who could come help me shift this load? This guy, he worked in a way station. This happened all the time. He literally told me no. It's the difference from that lady, in Idaho. She gave me some option with some people to call. This guy, he was an A, whatever, what I'm saying. He didn't want to give me nothing. He didn't want to talk to me. He seemed so irritated. I don't know why, whatever it is, but I'm not gonna speculate it. But maybe he was having a bad day. I don't know. He was so irritated. He didn't want to hear me out of nothing. I spent 4 hours calling around, call TA, because there's a TA close by, that way station. If you're a truck driver, there's a TA right there. Call them, nobody can. TA, they just like, we don't touch the stuff, of course. They just like that. They don't deal with you. If, we cannot help you. Do you guys have a pallet that way I could help? I'm a truck driver. I'm stuck here, but do you guys have just a pallet that I can borrow? No. I was hooked up in my truck, not the way it is right now. I was hooked up to my truck. I was hooked to my trailer. But what you see here, after 2 hours, we tried to figure out who could come help me. I could not find no one. Actually, after 4 hours, I was even about to give it up. I called the company who has the load. It's like, there's nothing we can do with you. We cannot help you. We wish you went another road, which is the one you guys know to go to California, another one up there. Basically, I'm on my own. As I was sitting in my truck, call my wife, be like, hey, this is one of the day again, and I'm on a pro at this point. I'm losing money. I can't be there. If I don't deliver this load, I don't have a load to pay for my fuel next time, because we need this money to keep up with the fuel, to keep up with the bill that we have to pay. Bro, this was why they almost took my business, this thing, if I didn't think about the truck. So what I had to do, actually, as you can see, after now I lay in the bed in the truck, just while I lay down, just think about this is messed up. How we don't have this. I'm still complaining about it. At this case, at this time, I was even complaining about that why we don't have a way to find. Of course, I was working on an app already, but at the same time, I was like, why I'm not getting this thing done soon, and why nobody ever done this? So I didn't have to go through this. But as you know already, you cannot expect nobody to do something. Sometimes you got to do by yourself. That's what I did right here. That's why I created the app. As I said, I feel the pain. No one else could do this for me except me who feeling it. Of course, man, there's a million people, probably million drivers who wish they have this app. And now you do. I recommend you to download. It's available now, or use the web. This is not even actually the drivers. Even you as the dispatchers, the dispatchers, mechanic, the mechanic, the safety guys and the companies, you guys should use the app for your drivers, for you who has a fleet. This, it's faster, cheaper, save money for everybody. Save money for the roadside assistance provider, and save money for, of course, for the drivers. It's good for everybody. Anyway, What I thought at that time, I was like, I have straps, so one pallet is moving, because I even tried to go inside there, lay down, try to pull that pallet, make it up some. I could. It's heavy. That pallet, one of those pallet, it weighs like 7,000 pounds. I couldn't even move nothing. That thing, it's solid. So then what I did, I was thinking, sitting there. See, I had a lot of straps on my truck. I was just like, let's unhook. Then that's when I come up with this thing right here that you guys see here. You see, and actually, if you got stuck someday, you can maybe use this thing though. So what I did, if you can see, I don't know. Oh, right there. You see. So what I did, why the see I could not find after 4 hours sitting there. This is what I come up with. I had almost, I think, 12 straps on my truck. I tighten them up. I tie on it right there. I unhook my truck. I have to be creative to do this. Otherwise, I would just lose everything, my company, everything, because this load actually was paying us a lot of money, and we needed that bill to pay, I think, insurance, something like that. I pulled this thing up. I unhooked my truck. I strapped the pallet, and I pull weight with my truck. I actually slid it, and I was good. After that, I went to the weigh station, and I was fine. But I slid it with my truck. But can you imagine the pain? All this thing, all this thought. What if you not me? You just sitting there frustrated. You can have everything straight because you are frustrated, and this could be end of your business. See, the reason I'm sharing this story, I'm just saying, is to show you guys this for me. For me, this is not just a business, bro. Like, this is not just an app for business. This is to save a real issue that we're facing on the road every single day. Currently, too, if you have a car, small car, if you locked yourself out of your car, you need to call one to see somebody who's gonna come help you. By now, with the app, you can just, you know, with the app, you can just click request for whatever you need. Anything, literally the app, it supports everything. Anything. You got an accident, God forbid, whatever you need, the app is there for you. How good is that? I wish we had this so long time ago, though. I wish badly that we had this long time ago. Would save a lot of people's trouble, business, a lot of things. So here, so just look. If you go to App Store, just write the name right here. You see right here, and the logos look like something like this. So yeah. Okay, that was it. That's why I created the app. I hope I give you guys a good explanation. We are 40 minutes in. That's a lot of time. So now, quickly, I'm gonna run you guys how to set up for you. Is if you are this part here is really. If you are driver, probably you can leave, but uh, if you are a service provider, you want to wait for these. You want to wait for these because I'm gonna give you guys a quickly demo of how to set up as a roadside service roadside service provider for the truck or car. I want you guys to pay attention to this because I'm gonna show you how to set up your account with Stripe when you log in. So let me just type in. So here's just make this thing a little bit big. Come on. So you just come here, you type in RoadHelps. It's right on the top already, but anyway, it's RoadHelps.com. You type that and you click go. Here's the page. As you can see, here the tow truck already. You can go through the site if you want to read more stuff about the thing. You can download here. If you here already, just click one of these buttons. It should take you. It should take you. You see, it's take you directly to the app right there. And yeah, you can follow us on the social media. This this video actually is gonna be here on the YouTube, but you can follow us one of those social media. We up there. And yeah, for term of service, you can come here and read all this our term of service if you need to. But anyway, after that, you can just get up here and to sign up. Um, Sign up is really straightforward. There's no, so if you are a driver, you log in here. So driver, anything, truck driver, car driver, you log in here. So the driver's system is working inside. So you just switch. When you are logged in, you can just switch what you want. But for the, as I said, this part is for the truck service provider that I call you guys. This mean truck roadside assistance. I'm just translate these things if this is sound confused. So if it's your first time, click in. It's your first time. Click right here, create an account. Create an account. It's very simple. You put your name, your whatever, email, everything, and you create an account. Very straightforward, easy to do so. Let me try to create an account so you guys here with me. So okay, let's see. I'm gonna just create a quickly Gmail email. Just gonna create a quick Gmail account here. I might cut some stuff right here because it's showing my personal emails, but anyway, so I'm gonna just click person something real quick. RoadHelp. I just type RoadHelps. Last name demo. Name, date. I was born in September, but the date probably you're not gonna know. Maybe you know. I'm online a lot. Probably you might know. But anyway, I'm just gonna type these. I was born in 90. Oh. Mail, sure. Real quickly. RoadHelps demo. That looks good. I'm gonna even keep this email actually. Yes. Create some of those. Okay. There you go. There's an account. So I create an account. Demo. 2. Email. Company. Demo. Shop. LLC. That's your business right there. It's gonna be RoadHelps demo at gmail.com. Let me just check. Yeah, it should be right there. I don't know. And number right here doesn't matter. It's not required, but you should put your number right there. Because if you don't put the right number when you get a request, the driver cannot be in contact with you. You should put the right number right there. I'm just gonna create a password right here and hit create the account. See, it says the account is being created. Save this too, and it's asking you to access your location right here. I'm gonna grant the location, allow it, and refresh, and there you go. You have your dashboard right now. But remember, if you do this, it's gonna change the iPad size. This is the iPad size. I think this is the phone and iPad size anyway. But on a web, you can be here. That's the view. That's different view. And how to set up. So if you have somebody request the service, you see everything here. There's gonna pop out card that's gonna show right here. If you want more, there's the first video that I upload. You can look more right there about how to request all those stuff, and how this thing work to accept. It's simple. Like if you are service provider, in this case you have your dashboard. What you do here is just really wait for somebody who need the service for you. Their request, you see here, they pop out the card, they accept the card. That screen is, there's gonna be small pop out screen right here. It's gonna tell you who's requesting, what type of the service they need, and what more details. And you have 1 second to respond to that request before it expire. Or, of course, if you take so long to read it, sometimes somebody else can take it. As I said, the app is built to be as fast as possible, for nobody wasting time, not the driver, not the service provider. People, this is the best app I ever wanted. I wish just I knew this before I built this app before. I'm really regret for the time that I wait to build this app. I wish we had this for a long time ago. But anyway, how to set up your payment stuff. You can come up here. Most time come here, check the information if they are correct. Sometimes it's automatically out populated the email. It puts the email here. You don't want that. On the last demo that I show, you saw when the driver requests the service, you saw the email pop out on the screen. The reason you saw that is because I did not update my email. This email was here and I did not update. Get here, update. If you see something here different, you can add your address. It's not required, but you should if you want to, and save it. So, but that's not what we're doing today. So what are we doing? Make sure you give access you grant the access to the app. So people, I mean, I'm not saying you have to, but you should, because that's how it's gonna allow people to see you. The app is gonna know if you are close by or not. If this is not activated, if your location is not activated, most likely you're not gonna get the service, because the app is not gonna know where you at. So anyway, there's a review, but I don't know if this is really working right now. But there's a review when you finish your thing. What I'm here for is actually this section, payout earnings. That's what I want. That's where you're gonna connect to your bank account. But also, before I get there, you can change your password right here. You can click here if you don't want to stay with us anymore. You decide to delete your account. You can delete your account here. It's gonna give you some prompt. Just type whatever is asking you here to type to delete your account. But that's not what we're doing today. You can log out here, or you can log out here, or you can log out. There's a lot of ways. 3 buttons to log out. Log out here. You can log out here. You can change here your email or your password. And here there's another mode. You can actually change this mode. If you don't like the dark mode, it's too dark for you, come here, click, and it's all white. You can get this look, But let's say this is what we're doing today. Set up. You get here. It says set up the payout. So, as I said, as service provider, roadside service provider, this is a crucial thing to set up, because if you're not set up here and then you get a request, actually you can accept the request, you can finish the payment, but you're not gonna get it paid until this section here is done. So you click here. The way I see ladies doing this. Okay, probably I opened already. I did not. Okay, anyway, so I switch. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. So the reason it's not allow me here is because I'm using Safari. The browser is blocking the link from opening. So I'm gonna try here on what's this called? Chrome browser. Hopefully it's gonna open. So you come here, as I said already, right here, you come here, come set up. You need to set up your payout, because this is, if you don't set up this, you're not gonna get paid. In order to get paid, you got to set up this. Just an Uber, like in an Uber, you got to set up this option, payout and earnings. That's the way you come in. Thank God it opened this time. You see, DB Tech Inc. This is our legal entity name and doing business as RoadHelps right now. This is our company. If you need something, this is the company you got to go after, and of course. But right here is telling you add your email. That's what it's saying. I'm not gonna go through to the whole thing. I'm gonna go at you when I can, and you guys can finish it. Somebody's coming to my house. I don't know who's, but anyway, gmail.com. You see, you add your email here, and now it's asking me for my phone number. So usually here you add your phone number. I might cut this part right here. Just wait. I'm gonna see your phone number is gonna send you the code. And I think I have the code here. And just to remind you, all this stuff it's saved, so nobody can log into your account. It's Stripe, so we don't have access to this information. I need you guys to know this. We do not have access to this information. This information you're gonna enter here is gonna be between you and Stripe. So we will never know what type of the account you are adding. We're not gonna have the full account number you're adding here. So that's why we choose Stripe because of the saved security purpose. Like it's very secure. It's Stripe. It's one of the biggest company in the world to the payment processing. So you secure here. So as I said, whatever the information you're gonna enter here, we're not gonna have access to this information. Only you. I had here a lot of stuff for testing. For example, hope it's gonna allow me. Anyway, it did allow me. This is from. I'm just adding information here. So, João, that's my name right there. But anyway, Mateo Shipo is my name. You know me anyway. So anyway, you see now it gets the part that's asking you to choose your bank account. I'm not gonna choose it. That's what I'm gonna stop here. I think so. You can either search for your bank account here. You see like a Chase, whatever. That's the biggest bank that we have. Cannot tell you this enough. I need you to finish this process, because if you don't, you're not gonna get paid. We don't use payment because your payment is come to your bank account automatically. We don't do nothing. So, but if this is not set up, you're not gonna get a payment. I hope you guys understand this. This need to be set up. There's another way to get a payment without having this section set up. So what you do here most likely is, I said, I'll show you right there. Come here, you enter your bank account, but after this is gonna go next. You're gonna enter your information. If you, because this is for the tax purpose, if you don't have business, it's gonna ask you to enter your social security. I think so. It will to verify your information, because we don't see this. I repeat again, we don't see this information. This information is gonna be stored by Stripe. We don't see this information. And also you're gonna verify your ID here. Everything after that's what I know. Verify your ID, verify your identity. If you have business, you're gonna add your EIN number here, and instead of social security number if it's a business. But if it's not, you're gonna have to add your social security number right here. I think the thing is not gonna allow you until you do that. You're gonna have to have one of them, either EIN number or social security number, in order to finish this step. Also, it's gonna ask you to upload your ID, a valid ID, to verify your account. And after that, it's gonna text you a link. That link, when you click on that link, you can create. Now, that link is gonna allow you to log in to your separate account, not our account. This is now when you finish, the system is gonna create your account. It's called Stripe Express. You're gonna have your own account that you don't need. If you want to see the payment that's coming in or it's coming out, you're gonna just go to that account. You log in yourself to that account. That account does not have nothing to do with the app. It's gonna be outside the app. After you finish it, that's set up. You're gonna have that. Let me see. Right here is not. Most of the time, when you finish this process right here, you're gonna see your bank account information right here. Okay. And if you don't see it after you finish, let's say you finish, you don't see it, Just close the window and come here, refresh the page, or just synchronize. Just click one of this button to synchronize. It's gonna pull all your information, your bank account, but we're not gonna see the full bank account. It's just gonna show us the last 4 digits, and that's the only thing we see. The last 4 digits of your bank account. We don't see nothing else. There's no back end. We can see those information. Those information, it's stored by Stripe only. It's gonna be you and Stripe, and Stripe is one of the biggest payment process. It's secure system. That's why we choose them. Yeah, and that's it. I think for the setup, that's all you need to do. And when you're done here, you're ready to get your payment. But as I said, I think you can still receive. You can still do the service without it. Set up the account, but I highly, highly, highly recommend to set up the account first. I mean, if you don't have account yourself, find somebody who has account, who has all those information that I said. Either if you don't have business, you got to have social security number. You're gonna have to have valid driver license and all to do for Stripe, not us, for Stripe to accept you to set up the account. And that's it for this video. I think so. This was forever though. It's forever, forever, forever. But thank you so much for being here with me. I cannot push it enough though. This was great. This was very, very, very great. Yeah, I think that's it. It's literally that's it. That's it when it's coming to set up. And from here, when this is done, you basically ready to go. Nothing else. You can start making your money. As I said, I fully recommend you to finish the bank setup as if you are service provider. Let me just check these. Actually, go back to these, and also, as I said, you can log out here in a many way if you don't like, and you can switch this. You can choose to have a dark mode, as I showed you before. You can log out from here too. As I said, here you can see your primary of information that you add on this panel, and you just can click log out. But anyway, so here, if you are roadside service assistance for the truck, you sign up here. If you are roadside service assistance for the car, you sign up right here. Log in. So if you don't know, this is the dashboard for the I just want to let you guys know to see that this, if you haven't seen it, this is the dashboard for the driver. That's if you are a driver, that's what you see. Okay, so now is on a car service provider. If you click now request, you see it's gonna tell you to type, and this is the amount that I told you that you can type here. If you want to rush, you just give it that people $1,000. Okay, don't be cheap. Tires, just quickly tire change. For example, you can click here for quickly thing. See, I cannot process this because I really actually have a real payment method here. I cannot process this. I'm gonna be charged. Anyway, you click here and you create the it's gonna send out the request to the service provider, to the car service provider in this case. If you're a truck driver, you need to click here, and it's gonna be here on a truck service. It got to say truck. The button got to highlight on a truck, or here, depending on what you're looking for. You request. When you request here, the request is gonna go specific. If you're gonna drive, if you are looking for the truck service, it's gonna only send out to the truck drivers specific, nowhere else. If you click the car, it's gonna send to the car specific, nowhere else. That's the beauty of this whole thing. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this, and I see you next video. I think so. We're done from here. Log out here too. Here's the page, and here's the domain, the link, the thing, RoadHelps.com. I think I'm tired of talking, bro. Those trucking experience that I had. I mean, this was. Can you imagine all those experiences that I show you? The Las Vegas, this, the way station. Those was one of them. There's a million experiences that I can tell that I was driving, tire blew up. I was one time stuck in Kentucky. I think 2022 to 2023. Check check facts uh fact check me on this. I remember 2022 at December to 2023. There was a storm in Kentucky that I stayed there. My truck got frozen. Most I don't like to have my truck running in that time. I went to sleep, had my blankets. I woke up in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. I was cold as hell. I went to turn on my truck. My truck ran for 5 seconds and died. Everything was frozen in the truck, and I think it cost me almost like 2,000 to get it. Had to replace all the battery. I stayed there for 3 days. I stuck there. I missed Christmas with my family because of it. All that, and there was just one person who cannot get. Like everybody was fighting over to get roadside service. Luckily for me, I had to convince somebody who was there already dealing with that truck that was stuck there that got frozen too. He helped me out. But as I said, there's a million of this story. Like I can tell you, this app is needed, and it's great. It's very very great for both drivers and roadside service provider. Saves money to everyone, you know, and make the job easy for everyone. Will make money for everyone. If I got breakdown, I get this solved quickly for me as a driver. You solve my issue quickly. I hit the road. That's money that I save. And instead of 20 hour, 5 hour, whatever, if I'm leaving the location of my breakdown as fast as I can, that's a money that I'm saving. I'm getting paid by the timing, the mileage that I'm driving. So that is saving money for me and making money for me at the same time. If you are a service provider, if you can get a customer on a demand all the time like this on a demand, that's more money in your pocket. A lot of money in your pocket. You don't need to be fighting to be on the top of Google. You don't need to be posting unlimited personal on a Facebook so you can get someone. And actually, that's what I was telling you guys about Las Vegas. Next day I was 30 minutes away from Love's. They never got to me. I had to go back to Love's next day because my truck was broke down 6 p.m. 2 hours they told me that I have to call back was 8. Then they told me somebody gonna come out in 2 hours. 2 hours pass by, was 10 p.m. Nobody show up. And then after, I think I stay up at 11 p.m. I call them. This like nobody. We don't have enough people right here, and nobody can come up there. And next day I have just to drive back right there because I didn't want to pay them to drive it to where I was, so I can pay them mileage for driving. I went there, and when I was going there, I remember one time that I was talk someone in Las Vegas through the Facebook like 3 months before that I want tires for my trucks. For my truck, I want to buy I think 8 tires at that time, and I ended up buying some tire here in Utah. I didn't go to up there, but since I was close by, I had to reach out to them to ask them if they had tire. And that lady, she just like, no, my husband actually does the service, the roadside service. He can come to you. Where you were? I told him I was there. They didn't even charge me to come to come to fix my tires. You see, that's the money that I save. They just bring me the tire. They charge me to replace the tire, and I buy them 2 tire. Was Michelin tire on the front tires because I had a trailer blow up. I had to replace mine on the front that was bad. One of the tire I put on the back, one I give it to him because he do me a favor. Imagine it, 2 Michelin tire, brand new, for 1,200. Probably if you are not truck driver, you'd be like, 1,200, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money if you're not truck driver. That's nothing because at the lower truck stop that I was, the same service would cost me plus service would cost me at least 1,800, and actually I paid 1,800 6 months before to add. Now Michelin, I think it's Head Kong or whatever. Head Kong, whatever those tire. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. They charged me 600. This guy, he charged me, I think, like one tire for, was it 1,200 for two tire plus the surface that he changed on my he replaced those tire, the front tire and the back. Imagine it, 3 tires. Actually, yeah, he has replaced 3 tires, 2 on the front, 1 on the back. He charged that all that for 100. But that wasn't Love's where I was, and on top of it, getting into Love, to waiting an extra 2 to 3 hours or whatever time they have availability, I would just wait there. And that price that was 1,300 would be easily 25 or 22. So what that mean? If I haven't talked to that guy prior, 3 months prior, I would have no choice but have Loves to change my tires, and I would spend 2,500 or maybe 22. In literally this case, I almost saved like I would say maybe 1,000 easy. But what if that guy had asked? What if that guy has the app? Now just imagine with this app. If that guy signed up with the app, now you can access him. I access him because I was exchange message with them in a messenger on Facebook. Nobody know. You don't know. As I'm telling you now, right now, you can have it. Probably if when you watch this, you're gonna say, "Hey, send me the number of that guy. I want to know him." You will never know. But with the app right now, this guy, I actually sent him the text already about the app. I think he downloaded already. Now, if you're in Las Vegas, request your service, he might pop out to you. You know, he might come to you and help you out with a good price. You know. Not crazy prices. Just those are one of example like what I went through. But hey, this was it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you got a tour here, it's because you really appreciate. Please go download the app. Go download the app, and it's free. You don't need to pay nothing. You just will pay the day you're gonna need it. It's free for everybody, for the drivers and for the service provider. Nobody pays nothing. The app is free. For sure, you will pay for the service you're gonna need. That's the only time you're gonna do that. And the good part about that, you're gonna pay regardless. If your truck is break down, it will break down. With the app, without the app, it's gonna break down. The only difference with the app, you might have your chance of paying low and get faster service. It's very, 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 very high. And get a cheaper price. Thank you so much. I hope I told you here, and I hope this app really everybody start downloading this app, sharing the app, so we can get as much users as possible. Because the more user we get an app, the more the app can be useful for all of us. I did the app out of the pain, and I hope with this app I'm gonna solve your pain that you go through. I hope you're not gonna lose your business because of it. Nobody could help you. You cannot find no mechanic. You had to tow your truck. You end up sitting right there for months because if you take your truck, that's another issue that I didn't tell you guys. Probably you're gonna tell me right now. You're gonna say, "Hey, you measure about Love Truck Stop a TA. How about the dealership?" If you're a truck driver, you know this. We cannot talk about no dealership, bro. You know that. Dealership, last time somebody hit my truck, my car, actually my truck, his tire came off. You see, I have too much story. Somebody, I was going to up there in Oregon. You know, when you get it to Oregon, there's a TA, right? I just passed a little bit of TA. Literally, me going to Washington State, there was a truck who was coming on the other side of the highway, actually, and he lose his tire, his front tire. It pop out, like it just came off his truck, and literally came straight to my truck. It messed up my pump on the front of my thing. I had to call the cops, and when I saw this, I was like, "Who's this tire coming from?" And I look in the back on the other side. The person just stopped, and I'm not glad that happened to him, but I'm glad in this case it helped me that it was his front tire, because if it was his back tire, probably I would not catch that guy. Because it was his front tire, he didn't have no choice but to stop. I even have to call the cops. Me and the a police officer, we were looking for the tire because they couldn't hit my truck, and I went somewhere right there in the middle of nowhere. And he was very helpful. We tried to find it there. We didn't find it, but he was just like, I see your truck is hit, and his truck is awful. It's not there. Like his tire is not there. Most like he did it, but I cannot. Uh, what do you say? I cannot confirm nothing, but I can see. That's why he wrote in the report. And actually, then I was just like, nah, I need to find this because see, I'm on operator. You that truck is broken. It's gonna cost me a lot of money to fix it, you know. So I found the tire, then I have to call him back, and he came back again, and I showed him the tire, and it was just okay. So he write down that thing, and that saved me. But guess what? That guy who was insured by Progressive. Now I'm gonna tell you what happened after that. I took in my truck to the Salt Lake City, Kenworth, because that truck was Kenworth. I swear God, I'm not exaggerating. It took me 45 days before I got my truck. I'm gonna repeat again. 45 days. The good thing, hopefully for me, I found that tire and I hold that driver responsible. The Progressive pay for that time. But guess what? As an operator, you have one truck. That's how you make money, bro. We were tight. Like until that money came in, everything was settled. They pay me for my time that I was not working. Until then, bro, 45 days in America without working, who are you? You got to have better backup, bro. You know that. Especially if you are on operator. On operator, little, we spend too much money on stuff like this. You cannot survive that. I was better in a better position, but that could be the end of my business. No, we cannot even talk about it. We cannot add the dealership because dealership is a disaster. Forget about them. And literally to change the pump, you know, the bump, do you know how much they charge a Progressive? 15,000. The truck was sitting there for freaky 45 days, and they charge this guy 15,000 to fix whatever they fix. I don't even know because then I had some engine, like light engine on it. They have to fix that too. But can you imagine? You don't want that. The app will save your life and your business. I hope you understand the how this app is critical for you, for your business, for your survival, especially with this rate that we're going on, where the rate that we're facing right now. This app is your savior. Download is right there. Just type that. Download the app today. Even if you don't need it, doesn't matter what type of the truck you have, brand new or not, you're gonna need this app. On operator, company driver or not, you're gonna need the app. Your company, they don't care if you sit there for 3 days. Imagine those are people right there. They don't lose nothing. If you sit there for hours, they don't lose nothing. So it's in your best interest to pressure those people or to find somebody close to you so your truck can get fixed, so you can get in your way. It's fast as you can, because if you sit there, your dispatcher is getting paid. He does not care. It's a big company. For example, like I'm gonna give an example. The company that give my CDL, CEO in England, is huge, bro. Like they don't care if you move or not. They're gonna get paid one way or another. You the one who's gonna lose the money. So get the app and refer this app to your dispatch so they can use it to get quickly roadside assistance or any type of mechanic. You don't even need to be on the road. You can be home. You go to your hometown. Actually, with the app, you can choose where you want to request. Actually, you don't need to be the specific location in order to request the service. If you are a driver, only the service provided that they need to be on that location in order to receive the request. By the driver, I can be here in Utah and request a service for somebody in New York. The app is gonna work. That was it, and thank you so much. And I'm out of here. You see my next video. Follow us: TikTok, WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm very tired. It's been 1 hour and something, and almost 30 minutes. Talking about crazy stuff right here. We could stay here all day long, all night long, talking about. But follow me. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of experience, especially if you are new guys in the business. This is very, very helpful. Thank you so much, and I see you on next video. Hopefully you download the app and download it today. Do not wait another day. There'll be in a place that you don't have enough internet to download the app, and you need the service roadside service, and you cannot do nothing about it. Bye.